Well, chat. Today is a day that I never thought that I would see. How about you guys? In today's stream, we will be discussing the very obvious news that was dropped upon us by Lucas and Squid Industries himself. We will be discussing a titanium trainer from an unlikely source. And finally, we will be discussing an interesting trade offer that a certain someone possibly received over the weekend. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the streams. How are we all doing today? We all doing good? My hair's not doing good. I can tell you that. It does not want to be alive right now. What up, Mavie, Vice Intense, Ikai, Sam, Jared, Forehead, Bimby, Farbos, Bonkai, Judah, Jared. I think I already said Bimby, but I'm going to say Bimby again. Bray, how you guys all doing today? I can't get this light right. There we go. That's close enough, I guess. I don't know. I got a new light setup. You guys might notice I have actual shadow on my face now, as opposed to just being completely lit by a ring light. So that's pretty cool. Vortex got shipped today. Very happy to hear it, Vice Intense. Let me know when it gets to you safe and sound, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, Ted. Sounds good. Boys, girls, let's be real. Boys, it's a crazy week this week. Brandon, just the person I wanted to see. How am I doing? I changed my lighting a little bit. It's not good, but it's something. I cannot for the life of me match it. I'm a girl, don't exclude. I'm not excluding. I swear to God. I just didn't think that the two communities really meshed. Communities? The girl community. That just sounds weird. I'm going to stop talking before I dig myself into a hole. Okay? Let's just go with that. Should I get an Andux $30 balisong or sponsor a rhinoceros farm in rural West Virginia? I want to go to a rhinoceros farm in rural West Virginia. That sounds sick. Good save? No. No, let's not pretend. Let's not pretend it was a good save or anything. Although, Brandon, how much money do you have? Like $30 or sponsor a rhino zoo? Forgive me for doubting you, but I feel like the $30 wouldn't really do much. You know, like what are you gonna buy? A rhino farm? You gonna buy the rhinos a kiddie pool to swim in during record-breaking heat? Like what? Had the Chinese balloon over my state this week. Dude, it has not only been a crazy news cycle in balisongs, but it's also been a crazy news cycle in the world. Okay. Boys, I know what we all want to talk about. The lighting looks good. I did a thing. It's not perfect. I have like the light like right here. See, it's gone now simply by me putting my hand up to it, but it's something. Yo guys, check it out. New light sponsored by Brandon Baker. Like legitimately though. I know what we all want to talk about. But you guys obviously don't know how this works. F-22. Listen, I don't know why they needed an F-22 to do a monkey's job. As far as I'm concerned, the dart monkey would have worked fine. If you really wanted to go overboard, you could have upgraded it a few tiers, or you could have gone for the boomerang monkey, but I think the F-22 is a little overkill. It was a red balloon. It had one layer. You just need a dart monkey. Like, it's simple. You have to save for the next rounds. That was round 1. We have to be getting further than this. Shut the fuck up. Farbos, you tell me you would have made a better joke than that. Bro, just play some road spikes. Yeah, for real. You needed the aerial ace monkey for that? Holy shit. Damn. US government. US government's not going to get through chimps, boys. Okay. Dog shit jokes aside. We have a new titanium trainer from an unlikely source. BB Barfly has announced the BB Superfly. Now, we don't know anything about it other than the fact that it's going to have good tolerances according to this Instagram post. It's got titanium handles and going to be hopefully a new design. Actually, no, we don't know that. We know for a fact that it has a 440 stainless steel blade, it has titanium handles, and it is going to have good tolerances if this can be believed. Now, what do we think about this? Because I, for one, am very hype. You're gonna like my new video if you like the old sound design. Ty, I really do like the old sound design. I really do. I really do. So yeah, this is the BB Superfly. I am praying that it has a new design and it's not just a titanium version of the BB Firefly, but we shall see how that goes. One thing I am, as most of you are, I'm very curious about price. This is because I think a lot of people see BB Firefly or BB Barfly as like budget trainers, right? Because even if the Firefly is $180, it's not that expensive for how good of a package you're getting with the Firefly, especially since you can get things like the Firefly V1 for like $140, $150, and you can get a BB Barfly OG for like $80. So they don't necessarily make expensive trainers, which makes me think that maybe this will be a more affordable titanium trainer along the lines of like the Nemesis V2. What's the pick, though? It's just a slab of titanium. It is just a slab of titanium. We don't know anything about this other than it is going to exist. That's what I'm thinking, Sam. I'm thinking 250. My shot in the dark is 250, 300. That's what I really hope for. Then again, these are also machined in-house as far as I know, considering how easily they're able to make changes. So maybe it'll be higher than that. But, yeah, titanium Firefly. Well, titanium Superfly. Titanium BB Barfly product. I'm excited. I go over this in the news video, but like, this is going to be the perfect EDC for people who like to carry trainers. Because think about it. If I'm carrying around my Nemesis V2, I can only flip this. It's got durability, sure, but it only flips. Whereas a Barfly that's made out of titanium is not only going to be the tankiest thing known to man, because their products are already made out of 6065, or 6061, sorry, and they are already tanky as hell. So to have a titanium Firefly, titanium Barfly design, should be tanky as hell and have the utility of a bottle opener. This is a trainer, a person who carries a trainer daily. This is your greatest dream. Your dream come true. It's going to be the Nokia of the Bally community. That's such a good way to put it, maybe. Oh my gosh. Other titanium trainers on the market for that price? I can't think of any. I only can think of anything from Atropos and the Nemesis V2. Are there any other titanium trainers that I'm missing in the sub $300 price range? I don't think I am. I also can't tell, Sam. Yeah, this thing is going to be a tank. Oh, considering the Firefly is 70-75 on bushings. The Firefly is 60-61 on bushings. It's not 70-75, which is okay because the thing's tank damage better than some 70-75 balisongs I've tried. New blade design? Hopefully. I think considering he's calling this the Superfly, it's going to be a completely new design, but we'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. But this I'm very excited to see what comes out of. Maybe Ty will review one because he just has all the BB Barfly products. Next up, I got an interesting trade offer for my Kraken trainer. You might have seen, and it's a story that we'll get into in just a bit here. I promise you. I'm dangling it in front of your noses so that you stay and continue to watch me and fuel my ego. No. There's a new version of the Kraken trainer. We'll get into it in just a second. But to celebrate that fact, I decided to throw up my Kraken trainer V2.5 onto the market and see if it got any good offers. Not set on selling it, just seeing what people would offer for it. In the best case scenario, someone gives me some money for it, and then I'm able to upgrade to a V3. But I got an interesting message. Someone said, would you take Kraken trainer plus $50 for an acid-washed sandwich reaper? I'm not going to say anything. I just want to see how chat reacts to that. I just want to see people's initial reactions to that. Because I have been back and forth on this trade deal since I got it yesterday. Because on one hand, if I trade it for the Reaper, I'll be down $50, but I'll have a Reaper. But then I won't have any way to get the V3 Kraken trainer. If I don't trade it, I'm going to be stuck with a Kraken trainer that's probably not going to go anywhere. No one's going to offer for it, because why would anyone offer for it when the V3 comes out next week? Or I keep it. Also, I love the Reaper. Like love the Reaper. So my decision right now is, do I want to possibly get a V3? Or do I want to definitely get a Reaper? I think I'm going to do it. Because I really want to get a... It would be a new titanium balisong. I really want to get a cool green anno on it. I really want to get a cool green anno on it, especially since it has the acid wash blade. You can always get a V3 later, true. But I wouldn't be able to... My main idea is, because I'm thinking with my head here, because the Kraken Trainer V3 is going to be so huge, a blade bias video on the V3 the first day it drops would go absolutely crazy. Then again, it's a Reaper. And I love the Reaper, and I want one. So I think I'm gonna take the trade. I'm still waiting for the guy to get it. He traded it for another dude, so he doesn't have it yet. So I'm waiting for him to get it to make sure it's like actually what it is, and then I'll talk to him about the trade. No, I wouldn't get a similar anno to that. I would probably do something... I mean, here we go. It would probably be this, but the handles, instead of being blurple, would be like a green. You guys see Bevel Aesthetics recent post? Where is he? I have an easier way to get there. It would be an acid wash blade, and then I would most likely get like this color on it. Like this bluish green. Like up here. This bluish green kind of anno. That's probably what I would do with it. So I think I'm going to go for it. Because at the end of the day, the 2.5, not really vibing with it. The V3 is always going to be there. So I'll get it later. Day one blade bias video would be great, but you win some, you lose some. Finally, let's get to the elephant in the room. I know you guys all want to hear about it, so let's discuss, because this is going to be a long discussion, I feel like. We all know that the Squid Industries Kraken trainer is a point of contention within this hobby. It is the absolute runt of the litter of one of the greatest balisongs ever created, the Kraken. And because it's not similar to the Kraken, considered to be one of the best balisongs for its price range, the Kraken trainer gets kind of shit on. A lot. A lot. So Squid decided to change that. And they have finally revealed something that I never thought that they would do. They changed the Kraken trainer's blade to make it more in line with the balance of a traditional live blade Kraken. Picture-wise, the blade looks shorter. It's actually not. If I put my Kraken trainer in the same position, the blade tip goes about in between the 4th and 5th jimping thing, which we can see right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I know this isn't the most scientifically accurate way to measure it, but it's about the same length. It's absolutely going up $10 or more. It's not. That's the best part. It's not. This is it seems to be the same blade length. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. The blade goes in there. It's tanto, so the blade is actually coming down to about here. So it actually looks pretty good. There's a few other changes that Squid has made that we hope to see in a V3 Kraken live blade. The jimping, you know what? I'll just here. I can't actually. Let me just get a screen cap. I got the newsletter in my email, so we know all the confirmed changes. I've also known all the confirmed changes were coming. So let me just view in browser. Perfect. Perfect. Here we go. This is the Kraken Trainer V3. Now, if you thought the Kraken couldn't get any better, you would be probably correct. But they did it anyway. So what they did, new Tanto profile, obviously. It kind of makes the, it kind of gives the design, it kind of pays homage to the design of the original Kraken Trainer blade while being Tanto, being balanced better. Hopefully, we'll see. They say it's engineered to have a similar balance to its live blade counterpart. I'm praying that means it's basically the same balance and that Squid didn't pull a, we wanted to make it unique, blah, 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 blah. Please, just make it the same balance. Please. Or don't call it a Kraken Trainer. Just do one of the two. Please. Anyway, I would agree. I think the Tanto blade looks way better than this weird I think this is a Japanese Tanto blade, because that's what people call the Nami. I don't know for sure. But they also improved the handles, which means that we will see this on a V3 Kraken eventually, I can only assume. with significant improvement in overall grip, with an increased depth of the texture milling, deeper jimping, and a wider speed channel slot on the side. And it's the same price as the original Kraken trainer, $220, $240. Despite these new upgrades, we're proud to announce there will be no price changes. This is a squid trainer upgrade situation, and that is amazing to see. We also got confirmation that they're actually doing colored blades of the swordfish now, so that's cool. We got blue swordfish blades. But quite honestly, who cares about the swordfish blades when you have the Kraken Trainer V3? This is huge. This is something that people have been asking for months, years now. And that I personally was too cynical to ever believe that Squid would do. Because in doing so, they sort of... I've seen this take going around that they're like, no, they shouldn't have changed it because now Squid admits defeat to all the haters. It's like, no, they don't admit defeat. They're just making changes to a product that people wanted to see. Right? Yeah, rip to people. That is the huge problem, is that the V2.5 Kraken Trainer, if this turns out to be the same balance as a live blade, is going to crater in price. Absolutely crater. So we'll see how that goes. The blade does look skinny. I will say that. The blade does look a bit skinny. I'll agree with you there. But I don't think it's going to have any problems with breaking. I don't know. Sell it while you can. Yeah. I'm not... Okay, so I will be the first to admit, I am partially selling my Kraken Trainer and trying to get rid of it because I know it's probably going to crater in value. But also because I just don't really like it now that the V3 exists. Because let's be real, guys. Bimby, you said at the beginning of the stream, I see you messages. Even if I don't read them out loud, I see them. Squid just won the trainer war. If this thing is close, even just close, to the balance of the live blade, we might be looking at one of the greatest trainers ever made in the $200 price range. It's just as simple as that, because now people can flip a Kraken without having to flip a Kraken. Yeah, three emojis or more get you timed out because of the bots. The bots use 3 emojis or more. I don't see how it can be close. I will agree with you in the sense that I don't really see how it can be close. But I have to trust Squid. They say it's engineered to be like the live blade. I have no reason to doubt them on that. So we'll see. It's part of the reason that I'm slightly hesitant to give up my 2.5 for a Reaper, because like there is a world where the 2.5 becomes more valuable because people don't like the V3. Or there's a world that people who like the V2.5 really still want it. But I mean, in that world, I would only want to give it to Ty, and Ty already has Kraken Trainer galores, so. How do you think the ring is going to change? I think the ring, to be completely honest with you, is going to be the exact same. Because it has the same line down the handle. This line right here is what causes the ring in the normal Kraken Trainer. So, like, this... it's probably going to sound the same. It might have a little more reverberation or like bass to it because of this larger area in the tip, but I'm really not sure. Also, keep in mind, guys, that the Kraken trainer looks, the original Kraken trainer blade, it may look like it has more material up here. Keep in mind, though, that this is a more gradual taper. Whereas this, the bottom of the blade goes up much further before it starts going to the top. Whereas this starts way further back. So there, at the end of the day, there probably is more, a bit more blade weight. Tip weight, I don't know. Tip weight could be a problem. That's the one thing. But I think one thing that I at least think is that this trainer looks, the trainer blade looks way better than the OG trainer blade did. I think this fits the handles so much better than the Kraken trainer blade that we have right now. Yeah, the 2.5 is going to be discontinued. I would imagine. There's really no reason to keep it around anymore. .5 blade on V3 handles. I don't think they would do that. Maybe. But I feel like you're just going to change all of your machining over to the new blade style. If people really, really want the original Kraken trainer, there's plenty of them on the secondhand market. I'm just finally glad. I think what makes me so happy about this trainer design is that we're no longer confused between round and or geometric and round. Because look, you've got like this geometric square, but then this little hole up here is like rounded and it goes up to a circle, and then you've got these rounded areas. The whole thing is more round, but then these things are still square. So it's like it feels really awkward. Whereas this is all geometric. You've got square, sharp angles, sharp, square hole cutouts up here. You've got the same kind of trapezoid, hexagon. The same kind of like trapezoid parallelogram shapes down here. But it just looks so much more clean and put together. Like they actually have a design language. Oh yeah, they'll sell out stock first, Ted, for sure. Which is another reason why a 2.5 on the secondhand market. It's going to be rough. It'll be rough. I think, yeah, if I was a betting man, considering how many are still in stock, throw a price discount on these things and try and get them out the door. But if you're someone who really likes the Kraken trainer's handle bias, I would hold on to your Kraken trainer because these are going to go. These are going to be gone. The Kraken trainer is no longer going to be like this. Is it going to be more neutral? Yes, essentially, yeah. The idea that Squid said was that it is going to be very, very much so closer to the live blade balance. I don't know if they mean exactly, because I still, for some reason, feel like they're going to... For some reason, I feel like they're going to stubbornly hold on to the idea that the trainer needs to be unique from the live blade, so it's not going to be exact, but we'll see. I'm giving them the benefit that I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt until they come out and get into people's hands. You going for the V3? Depends on if my 2.5 sells. If my 2.5, if someone offers me like 170 for my Kraken trainer, I'm going to get a V3. If no one offers me that, I'm going to get the Reaper, and I'm going to have to hold out in the V3 probably until at least summer when I can get a job and actually be able to afford it. Just bought the 2.5 2 weeks ago. I don't think you're screwed. I think the 2.5 is still a very good trainer. But I am sorry about that. Not trading it for the Reaper. I'm still waiting. The guy hasn't gotten the Reaper yet. So I'm waiting for him to get the Reaper from the guy he traded for. And if someone offers me enough money where I can buy it, then I'll buy it. Like I said, if someone offers me like 170, boom, slap the $50 from the Bermuda on there, and I've got enough to purchase the V3. But if no one offers anything, then probably will get the Reaper. We'll see, though. Imagine the blade bias vid on this. That's what I was saying. That's why I want to get one. I want to get one because I desperately want the Kraken balance on a trainer. Like, desperately. But also the blade bias video would go so hard. The only changes to the live blade then would be the deeper jimping and deeper texturing and the wider side channel, yes. Anything on the handles is probably going to make its way out to the V3 Kraken, the live blade Kraken, but we don't know that for a fact yet. I don't understand, or I wouldn't understand why they wouldn't do that. Like, there's no reason for them not to, but we'll see. You never know. You never know. Squid said the swordfish was going to come out after Blade Show East. That didn't exactly happen. And while I don't blame them, there are many things that go on behind the scenes that we cannot understand. So, hopefully, is the answer to that. I wonder who's going to get the blade bias vid first. What do you mean who's going to get to the blade bias vid first? As far as I know, Ty isn't going to get one. So if I get one, it would be probably my blade bias video. I wonder if they'll make a new live blade. I see no reason for them to make a new live blade. Everyone is telling them, oh, make a new live blade, make a new live blade. Why would they? The Kraken is already almost perfect. There's really no reason for them to make a new live blade because there's no changes that the community wants to see in balance. I mean, I would love to see a Kukri Kraken as much as an X-Guy glasses, but like, what would it do for Squid? Probably not much. Imagine if Ty secretly gets the V3. I've talked to him because I was trying to have him help me decide on what I was going to do with my Kraken trainer. I don't think he's going to be getting one. I don't speak for him, obviously, but he didn't seem like he was terribly interested in it. Almost perfect? Well, obviously the current Kraken isn't perfect because they're still improving the handles, but I think the balance is pretty damn close to perfect. Very damn close to perfect, actually. It would give a reason for people to buy the new Kraken, otherwise the changes would be very minor. That's not how Squid operates. They don't operate on a... Most of the changes that they do in their ballies are very minor, especially when you're going from a 2.5 to a 3. Now, a 3 to 4, I would say, yeah, you have to do a pretty big change, but they don't have problems selling the Kraken. They're just making it better for people who might pick it up in the future. And I think that's okay. What up, Nobert? Pyro can't hate the trainer now. Hopefully. If they actually make it good, hopefully. We'll see. I wish they would have changed the laser. What do you mean change the laser texture? Because they did. They made it deeper. The laser texture is going to be different in some way. Yeah, everyone keeps saying, oh, they need to make a new live blade. But why? Why do they need to make a new live blade? Why does that need to happen? Pyro's concerned about the tip weight, which, like, I can't entirely blame him because it doesn't look like there's a ton. But I think everyone needs to just put on their chill hats and just hear them out, try it out, and see how it goes. And the Kraken's only going to get more grippy now, Bimby. It is only going to get better. Let him cook. No, let him cook, dude. Let them cook. Yeah, I'd be lying if I didn't say. Be lying if I said I didn't want one of these. Urgh. You know what? Let me show you guys. I'm going to show you guys the Reaper that I got offered. Good night, Fuji. What's the best color? Oh, I'd get teal. I would get teal. Squid's teal is so nice. So nice. Maybe green. Maybe. But probably teal. I would just get the same exact trainer that I have now. Dual tone teal. Is it worth waiting for inked blades? I mean, if you like inked blades that much, go for it. But me personally, nah. Nah, that's not worth it. Here's the Reaper. The only thing, for some reason, the acid wash looks off to me. I don't know why that is, because I love acid wash blades. But for some reason, maybe it's just because the camera never, like, damn focuses on it. So you can't really see the finer details of the acid wash, but don't think it was tumbled. No, it was acid washed. Why doesn't Squid do black dual tone? The fuck are you talking about? Correct my ignorance if I'm wrong, but that looks so similar to an Impusa that it doesn't feel unique to be worth having both. They could not be farther from each other, Farbos. The Reaper is, it's a kukri blade. It's very different from the Impusa. It's lighter and it's sandwich, so it has a completely different construction. But this thing is one of the first balisongs that I tried and immediately fell in love with. You can see the blade profile on it. It's got like this little bump right here. Whereas the Impusa is more of like a bulky blade with like all these little like grinds in it and CNC passes on it. Whereas this is more, the Reaper looks a bit more kukri to me. But it would be worth it because I fucking love the Reaper. But actually, you do bring up a good point. There is a very high chance that I get this thing and I realize, oh shit, no, the Impusa is just better. Because the Impusa reminds me of the Reaper in a lot of ways when I flip it. So it could be the case of maybe the Reaper just isn't as good as I remember it now that I have the Impusa. And if that's the case, sell the Reaper, buy a Kraken V2 or V3. Reapers still have secondhand value, right? Like, I'm not just... I don't think I'm just going to be stuck with this thing if I decide not to keep it. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Ted. It's not like I'm just going to be stuck with that thing. And I'll give someone a deal. I've never seen a Reaper sell for 200. But, if I don't like the Reaper, I'll give it to someone for, like, 210 or something. I don't know. I mean, I probably should cover the cost of a V3 Kraken, but... So yeah, I'm going to get it just to try it. I think, honestly, the more I think about it, I think it's a good idea either way. I think getting the Reaper is a good idea either way. No, I'm not getting a V3 Kraken currently, NB. No, my V 2.5 is still. Yeah, I agree, Ted. 210 for a Reaper. Okay, maybe not 210. I might have spoken a bit too soon there. But I would give you, I mean, Reapers, what do Reapers go for nowadays? 250, 300 is the price range that I've seen. If they're in good condition, which I think that one is. MSRP for a Reaper is 380. Right? Or is that the channel? That could just be the channel. Wait, when is the drop? Oh, it's in 2 days. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, there's no chance I get a V3 first drop. Absolutely zero chance I get it. Reaper could easily be priced at 450. No shot. No shot. Tonto Reaper 350 to 450. Kukri 250 to 350. Secondhand. Yeah, I could cut someone a deal if I decide not to keep it. Not secondhand, but straight from Black Blades. Retail from Black Blades is 385, I think. Actually, he has a few listed right now. Let's go check. Yeah. Sandwich Reaper. You guys can't see it here. Sandwich Reaper 385. And that's this one up here. So that's the one I would be getting. This thing's fucking beautiful. So is this. Black Blades is a cool guy. I mean, I've never talked to him, but just the way he gives so much away. These things are so cool. I love the Reaper so much. It's so cool. Looking at Carve the other day, I didn't realize they had phone cases and they recently started selling pocket knives. No, pocket knives have been going on for like 2 or 3 years now. They were new back in 2021, I believe. They're just more hidden on the website. It's kind of like Squid Slide Blades. You can't really see them too easily. Have you seen the guy who bought a $60,000 meteorite for the blade material for his paradigm? Huh? Excuse me? What the hell is even that? He bought the what? He bought the huh? The what now? That's insane. That's insane. I'm speechless, if in case you couldn't tell. I'm also looking. You get some Reaper spacers. Anyway, I'm done shopping. 2021 was 3 years ago? No, I said 2 or 3 years ago. 2 years ago, yes. Just built a minty hourglass Kraken for about 175. Oh, that's a steal of a deal, Remshi. Damn. What was the news? Kraken V3, baby. Kraken Trainer V3. Complete with new balance and handle improvements. I'm incredibly excited. Very, very excited. Squid. Is it too early to call that Squid has won the trainer wars? Because let's be real. A Kraken trainer with the balance of a Kraken. Like, that's just the best timeline. How do you recommend anything else in that price range when that exists? It's just, you just don't. When I die, I want to be cremated and have my ashes embedded into a titanium balisong and sent to Ethan. Yeah, Alex, I'll take #1, or I'll take take YouTube chat messages that I never wanted to read for 500, please. Thank you. They've been winning. I would disagree with you, Tian. I would completely disagree that Squid has been winning the trainer wars. The Mako is just not performance, specs, any of that enough to compete with anything else above its price range. The Triton is bland to the point of being forgettable, and if you need anyone else's opinion on that, just watch the Will Hirsch review on it. The Squid Trainer only recently just got good, but even with that, still kind of falters to the Prysma because of its weight. The Kraken Trainer has always been hated because of how much people hate its balance and how much it's different from the Kraken Trainer, or from the Kraken Live Blade, and the Nautilus is the Nautilus. How much are the Madcos expected to go for? Last we heard at Blade Show, 400-ish. What up, Splix? What's the big news? Kraken Trainer V3. Sorry, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not Brandon Baker. I'm not out here calling the Nautilus the best trainer to ever exist. Not much done to it. My brother in Christ. They didn't do too much to it? Not much to unpack there. Yeah, the Kraken V3 is just the new channel Aluminum Valley. Yeah. Yeah. You're looking at the wrong picture? I sure hope so. I was gonna say, didn't do too much to it. My bro, my brother, my man, what are you saying? Yeah, the Prysma is really good, but if you ask me, the Prysma and the Kraken trainer don't compete. They're in 2 different price categories. Bruise and Blades has a Nautilus live blade platform. Yeah, so can someone tell me about this? So these Bruise and Blade things that I keep seeing, it's an original design, but it's the same dimensions as a Nautilus. Therefore, you could put a Nautilus blade on this, or you could put this blade on a Nautilus. Do I have that right? Yeah, Prysma is ridiculously good for the price, but the Kraken feels and looks way more premium. But yeah, they occupy a different price range. They don't really compete with each other. It's like saying the Mako and the Barfly compete just because they have 2 bottle openers. And I mean, people do say that, but that's just because they want to know which is the better bottle opener balisong. That's correct. That's a cool fucking idea. I'm not gonna lie, this is a dope-ass idea from Bruise and Blades. Yeah, I'm down with that. Fully interchangeable with the Nautilus, even though it's an original design that's a live blade. I also, yeah, the tapered Tanto, that's a pretty cool blade design. Change the blade a bit, more tip weight taken out. No, they didn't take out more tip weight. They made the balance better. No, Splix, I don't know where you're getting this info from, dude. They changed the blade entirely to make it better balanced to match the live blade Kraken. Increase the thickness of the side profile channel thing, the speed channel cutout. Deepened the jimping, made the surface texturing deeper. And the Kraken trainer has always had a chamfered spine. That just means it has like a rounded blade spine. Not rounded, but it's like, it's not sharp. We'll see about the tip weight. I don't know about the tip weight, but according to Squid, you can read their thing right here. The new Tanto profile is engineered to have similar balance to its live blade counterpart, which means that they had to put more tip weight into it. Which, I mean, I understand why people don't really see that, but we just have to wait and see how it goes. Yeah, I don't... Everyone keeps saying, oh, it has less tip weight. But, like, why would they do that? It would make it worse. Also, everyone keeps saying the blade is short. Let's analyze. Let's analyze. I want to analyze this. The blade as a whole weighs more. Yeah, so it has like similar tip weight, but the blade weighs more, which means you have better balance on it. Okay, look at this. So when you close it, how many jimping lines down does the blade go? 1, 2, 3, 4. If I close this, how many jimping lines does the blade go down? 1. Actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's right where the blade is sitting. It's the same blade weight, or blade length. Not even considering the fact that since it's Tanto, there's more hidden in the handle. So when it's open, it's actually going to be longer than this, because inside the handle, it's still going up. So the blade is technically slightly longer. the blade is technically longer, which would go towards making it a heavier blade. Although, yeah, this is a good point from Nacho. Logo's still upside down. Don't know why they did that. Well, then you're perfect to keep your Kraken Trainer 2.5 Splix. But a lot of people, myself included, are going to trade theirs out for a V3 because the handle bias just isn't for me anymore. Especially now that I've gotten to try the Jigsaw. You know. You can trade it in. No. Metaphorically, Splix. There's no knife trade-in program. Although it would be very cool if they did that. Yeah, isn't it goofy, Farbos? It's such a goofy. You know the best part? You know what the best part is? You don't even feel this. You don't even feel this blade. I'm doing a bite handle chaplain right now. I don't even feel it because you know what? My blade or my finger slots into this giant area right here. You don't even feel it. Bite handle chaplain. Your finger just goes right in there and it's like, oh, this is comfortable. Ha ha ha. All of this, useless. Dude, Judah, you have to watch the video because I physically can't get across what I think of this thing. Biggest design. I was so excited to do a bite handle chaplain, and then I did it, and I was like, I don't feel anything. I'm not dogging on it. I think this thing is really cool. I like it, but damn. Yeah, the Jigsaw. I made another blade bias video on it the other day. This thing's so weird. It gives me whiplash because 1 second I love it, the next second I'm like, oh shit, I don't really like it, and then the next second it makes everything else in my collection feel worse. It's the one balisong that makes every other balisong in my collection feel heavy and weird and bad, and I don't like it for that reason. Like it breaks my mind. You guys will get, I have a 13-minute video talking about that thing that I recorded yesterday coming out next week on Blade Bias. It's just me incoherently rambling for 13 minutes because I still don't fucking know what to think of this thing. It's the most mind-bending balisong I have ever touched. It's not even so bad that it's good. It has genuinely one of the best weight distributions of any balisong I've ever tried. You don't feel any weight in the handles. The thing just is perfectly balanced. This is Thanos' balisong. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. It makes the momentum really bad because the handles don't have too much weight in them to carry momentum, but it makes the weight distribution and the uniformity of the weight perfect. So much so, this should give you an accurate reflection. I flip that thing, that makes the Prysma's handles feel heavy. Do you know how blade biased the Prysma feels sometimes? It makes the Prysma feel handle heavy. Let that sink in. This balisong will ruin your perception of everything in this universe. I don't get it. I don't get it. Who said, what blade we talking? We're talking about the Haze Tech Jigsaw. This balisong, this is the final thing that I will say on it, because like left unchecked, I will incoherently ramble about that thing because my opinion changes on it every 5 fucking seconds. You'll hear it in the blade bias video I release on it. I start the video making one point and I end the video making a different point. It's just one of those things. I don't get it. The best way to describe it. Okay, let me throw up a little asterisk here. I've never been not sober in my life other than getting my wisdom teeth out, so keep that in mind. This is the drugs of balisongs. This will warp your worldview in such a way that you feel high every time that you flip it. As the best way I can describe it. Everyone needs to try one of those things because it breaks you. It breaks you. I don't know, Dusa is pretty solid. Who said anything about the Dusa? I'm not saying the Dusa is bad. In fact, the Dusa is 10 times better than the Jigsaw is, but other stuff in my collection? Whew. Yeah, it takes all the knowledge of balisongs you know and goes, think again. My entire collection feels different now. The Prysma feels different. The Kraken feels different. The Medusa feels largely the same. The Nemesis feels way different. Oh my god. Canto Origin? What about the Canto Origin? You've already asked me if I've tried one. I've said no. If you get to Blade East, bring it. It's not mine. It's not mine, Sam. It's a pass around. It's Ted's. It'll be leaving. I'm gonna send it out to Ty in like a week. I was gonna send it out today, but the post office is closed because I want that thing as far away from me as possible, as quickly as possible. Is the Nemesis still your favorite bally? It is still my top 3. Despite the Jigsaw shaking up everything I know, the Nemesis is still my top 3. I want to sell some of my knives, but I'm absolutely terrified of getting scammed. Nobert, you have the advantage. In a balisong sale, the person who sends the balisong is at an advantage. Because typically what happens is the person will pay you before you even ship it out. So as long as you use friends and family and they can't like do chargeback scams, then they pay you before you even ship it out. So you're the one with the burden of trust. You can get scammed if you're selling TN. Like, there are certainly times people have gotten scammed when they're selling. But it's much easier to not get scammed when you're selling because you're the one who is going to scam the other person if you are going to by not sending the knife because they usually pay before it's sent out. The dude who bought the Bermuda already paid me. I can't ship it out until like Tuesday or Wednesday. What's the top 3? Nemesis, Damocrack, and Pusa? That is exactly it, maybe. Although, I will say, Prysma is sneaking its way back up, especially with that Jigsaw. Puts the nerves at ease. Still be careful. Like, I don't want you to go into it thinking that you're going to be invincible. Like, obviously, still make sure that you're selling to reputable people, but do people actually use friends and family? That sketches me out. If you are someone reputable in the community, yeah, people generally do friends and family. Because friends and family, you can't do a chargeback scam. Someone could theoretically pay you friends and family, or pay you business. You send it to them, and then they tell PayPal, I never received anything. And then PayPal refunds it and takes the money out of your account. So, people generally... You have to have a bunch of references for people to really trust you, friends and family, but people do it. Just picked up a Bermuda, and it's currently my favorite. I like it more than my Balisong Z. To each their own, I guess. I made plenty of sales and buys, and I don't have any refs because I can't be bothered. I don't have any references either. I think people just go, "Oh, hey, he has community. He do the funny video." So they trust me, I guess, which is probably not a good idea. But I mean, the Bermuda's right here. It's all packed up. I just got to ship it out. Dude, the Bermuda sold fast. I was not expecting the Bermuda to sell as fast as it did. I was like, 55 is a little high, but it's technically less than I paid for it, so... We'll see how it goes. And then, like, 3 offers came in immediately. In fact, it almost started a bidding war. One guy was like, yo, I'll give you 60 for it. And I was like, I can't do that to the other guy. I can't do that to the guy that asked me what I was asking for. Yeah, I love the Bermuda. I think it's great, but it's certainly not in my top. I definitely wouldn't put it above a Balisong Z. But if you think that it's better, then by all means. By all means, go for it. Yeah, I can see how the Bermuda wouldn't be someone's cup of tea. My Deuce is the only knife that really made me rethink what I buy. The Deuce is the same for me. Like, the Impusa is such a good balisong. But it hasn't made me rethink everything else in my collection. Like, the Arctic remains one of my favorite flippers, despite... despite being like a fifth of the price. The Jigsaw does not make me think about everything I own because it's good. It makes me think about everything I own because it's just an experience I've never tried before. Ted, you asked earlier. I'm sorry I didn't do this sooner. Do the weight caps fit? That's a solid no. Somehow, despite this thing being bigger or smaller than most other balisongs, the weight caps do not fit on it. I think the weight caps would help this thing immensely with momentum, though. Ask for timestamps before paying. Ask for and provide packing photos and video. Check refs, you'll be good. That's what I do. I always send someone a picture of, or a video. I take a video of me physically putting the thing in, just in case something happens in shipping. But I always send them a picture of the thing before it goes out. Any new purchase is weighted against something else titanium. I see. I see. It'll be really interesting to see how the Reaper compares to the Impusa if I decide to get it. Later, Jared. Got a large Bally week. Rep, Serpent Striker V3, Cygnus, and Sliff V2. That's a crazy balisong week, Ted. Holy. Did you buy all those? Oh my god. Oh my god. Ted is a monarch, an oil prince, some might call him. You see my Instagram story? I have not, no. Oh, apparently I have. TI Barfly? TI Barfly indeed. That's going to be pretty cool. When buying and selling, someone who's very responsive definitely takes some fear off the process. Yeah, I would agree. Honestly, I feel like I get more stress. I am more stressed out selling balisongs than I am buying them. Because, like, when you buy them, you just send the money, and then the thing shows up on your doorstep 2 weeks later, hopefully. But when you're selling them, you have to make sure to package them correctly. You have to make sure to get the payment. You have to make sure you get the address correctly. You have to make sure nothing happens in shipping. You have to make sure that you dropped it off correctly and that it got processed correctly and that it's actually going to the right place. You have to sit there freaking out the whole week just in case something doesn't show up and then someone calls you a scammer and it becomes this whole big thing. I haven't thought about this a lot. No, no, it's certainly not something that I get stressed out about constantly. Selling is so... The part of the reason it's taken me so long... I've wanted to sell my Medusa diode and... Not Medusa. What am I saying? I just read your message, Sam. I've wanted to sell my Bermuda diode for a while. I just have avoided making a sales post because I don't want to send them out. Getting ready to send my Medusa out for mods. Ooh, what mods are you doing on it? I am very lucky in the sense that my Grail balisong is already anodized with an anodization that I really like. So I don't have to send it out to get anode. I might have to send the Reaper out to get anode though, and that's going to be scary. Although I sent the Nemesis out. Camaro Blade Bias EE. We're going for the Reaper now. Like I said earlier, if someone offers me a okay amount of money for my Kraken trainer within the time that it takes for the guy to get the Reaper, then I'm going to just straight up sell it. But if no one offers anything, then I'll get the Reaper. Any tips on how to ship a trainer to Australia? I've never shipped a knife outside the US. I have no tips on that. Literally everything. Jeweling, polish, hardware, and full 2 to 3 tone nano. That's going to look pretty cool. You said I'm going to send out the Reaper. Yeah, if I end up getting the Reaper, I'll have to send it out to get modded, assuming I keep it. Because I'm going to get green with an acid wash blade. If I don't keep it, I'm just going to send it out to a sale. I'm just going to sell it and then buy a V3 Kraken. Ooh, that sounds cool, Ramshi. It is interesting that you're deciding to fully trick out your EDC. But I respect it. I really do. Any idea about secondhand value of a Covenant V2? I do not. I have not seen a Covenant V2 sell in quite a while, actually. It's been a minute. So weird getting back into the community. There's so many good Bally's right now. There's a lot to be excited about in the Bally community. I'm down with the Cygnus. I'm down with the sickness, but it's actually just the Cygnus. I have to finish Ty's Blade Bias video that he made today on the Cygnus. I was so annoyed. Usually whenever Ty and I do Blade Bias videos, we upload them like a day or two in advance. Which means that the other person can log into Blade Bias and watch the Blade Bias video. But he set it as a premiere, which means that I couldn't watch it even if I was logged into Blade Bias. So I was like, damn. Night, Judah. Have a good one. Was the Hydro? The Hydro was titanium sandwich, yeah. It had pin spacers similar to like the Arctic and the Antarctic. Thought it was a different video. He started flipping the Arctic and the Calico. Interesting. Like I said, I haven't watched the whole video yet. I basically was driving all day today. Had to go back home to pick up. Now I have my second monitor. I got the box for my Kraken trainer. I got a whole bunch of stuff. Got a bunch of Pokemon stickers that I got for Christmas that I forgot to bring back to school. Oh, comparing sandwich Bally's? Let's be real. Calling the Calico a sandwich Bally, I mean, you're technically true, but like, that's kind of crazy. It's a channel. Channel construction. Let's be real. Oh, hey, wait. Wasn't there a Calico drop the other day? 2 days ago, I think. Thoughts on the Flytanium Lucha? Don't like it. Don't like it one bit. Did anyone get the, like, semi-blade bias colors? Because I remember there was that one, like, this is like the Blade Bias Bally with the green and the teal. So it looks like there's another one. Although it looks like green and blue this time rather than green and teal. Although, is that green? Is that blue or is that teal? I can't tell. Did anyone get the Blade Bias Calico? The second Blade Bias Calico, I guess. Is the Calico Chanwich? No. The Calico is technically a sandwich construction, but Tay chemically welds them together, which makes it also technically a channel construction, because if you were to take the handles off, they're one solid handle. Unless you break that weld, it's a solid handle. Chanwich is when it feels like a sandwich, or it feels like a channel, but you have two pieces to the channel, And Sandwich is obviously just two separate pieces. Or sorry, Sandwich is technically just two separate pieces. So like, yeah, the Calicos are Sandwich, but at the same time, they're mainly channel. It's weird. It's very weird. Yeah, I really don't like the Lucha in general. I think the stock Lucha is awful. I think the titanium handles for the Lucha are the best out of all of them. Still not amazing, mind you. And I think the Titanium Lucha is not great. Yeah, the Calico is chemically sealed. It's basically channel. It's two pieces when he assembles them, but once he chemical welds it, it's technically a channel. Later, Forehead. Have a good one. It's still kind of surreal to know that this is my Calico. Mine, Ty's, Tays. I always look at that and think how cool that is. And to my knowledge, no one else has a Calico like mine. Has anyone done the purple, black, and white? There's almost. There's purple, black, but no white. Purple, gray, and white. Purple, black, and black. Purple, gray, and white. There's no way my Calico's one of a kind, right? Someone has to have come up with that color design. You're gonna get a Calico like yours now? Go for it. I was gonna get the black, orange, and white Calico to match my actual Calico cat, but I got one of the pre-made ones because I'm impatient. That's fair. I gotta be honest with you. I think Tay is kind of killing it with his pre-made color options. There are so many colors in here that you just get to see and you're like, that's a sick design. This purple and teal one is awesome. This orange and blue one is awesome. This white, blue, or white and teal one is awesome. Blue and yellow one's awesome. Let's go to the last drop specifically. Had really cool ones. Black and gray, awesome. Blade bias one, awesome. Red and purple, awesome. Blue and pink, awesome. Orange and green, awesome. Green and black, awesome. I really like the green and black one. There's so many cool ones that he's come up with. I love it. Speaking of drops, Raken Hourglass blade drop in 2 weeks. I don't really think you need an Hourglass blade anymore. I'm going to be real with you, Chief. Assuming these V3s are balanced pretty well. I don't know if you're gonna need an hourglass Kraken blade. Pink, cyan, and white. Wait, was there a pink, cyan, and white one that I missed? Oh yeah, there was. It's a pretty cool color combo. Hourglass Blades is going to get a drop in sales, isn't he? It's kind of hard to tell. I feel like Hourglass Blades never really positioned himself to compete with the Kraken trainer. He's more about, hey, someone has a live blade Kraken and they want to buy a trainer blade for it. Let's do it. So they just buy that. But we'll see. I think if the Kraken Trainer V3 is balanced well in any way, shape, or form, it's going to justify, it's not going to justify the cost, labor, not labor, but you know what I mean. Like, you have to put it together yourself, and also tolerance hit that your balisong takes. So calamari clearance Kraken handles is probably going to be the best thing to do. What are your thoughts on the aluminum bare bones? Hate it. Don't think it's that good. Well, no, I think it's good. I just think the Kraken is just the vastly superior option. Brandon and Will said in their Koenig V1 video that the Koenig felt like the Kraken if the Kraken copied the Kraken, or the Koenig felt like the Kraken if the Koenig copied the Kraken's homework. That's how the aluminum bare bones feels. It's like someone took a Kraken and said, let's do this, but like make it worse. Someone gonna crucify me for this, but BRS is just not a good maker anymore in 2023. I think that's the coldest take that you could have, Remshi, to be completely honest with you. Not to say like, oh, it's a cold take, your opinion sucks. I just mean like, I think that's like a pretty popular opinion at this point. I don't think you're gonna get crucified for that. It's hard to compete with the Kraken's price range. No, not even that. It's just that BRS just isn't capable of making something as high quality as the Kraken. There are a lot of rep fanboys. There are, but I think most rep fanboys are self-aware enough to admit that that BRS is kind of past its prime. The Alpha Beast is dated. The rep is dated. People only buy a rep so that they can slap their own custom parts on it. That should be the #1 siren in your brain to say that, maybe our product isn't the best. You also have the Revo, the Nexus Revo, which is a subsidy of BRS, which that thing is not great. There's nothing exciting about that thing. I certainly don't think it's a hot take to say that BRS has lost their touch. Revo's on bearings doesn't make it good. I did not like the Revo one bit. God, Ethan, warn me before you give me Revo PTSD. I'm sorry, Ted. I'm sorry. Trigger warning. Trigger warning, Nexus Revo. Yeah. I'm going to be real with you. If a rep fanboy comes up and says that BRS is the best thing ever, as much as I hate saying that, like, people's takes are invalid, you don't really have room to speak when your entire replicant is custom and none of the parts are BRS. You're simping for a company that you looked at their product and you said, this is cool. I'm going to replace every single part of it to the point that it's unrecognizable. If someone came up to me and said BRS is the best company and then handed me a bone stock replicant, I would respect the hell out of them. Don't get me wrong, I like the Alpha Beast. I think the Alpha Beast is a pretty competent flipper and is a pretty cool design even today. But I really don't think it is ever going to have a place in my collection, especially at that price. And I think that's how most of BRS is for most people. Yeah, sure, I'd love to own a replicant, but not for that price. Yeah, sure, I'd love to own a Alpha Beast or an aluminum bare bones, but not for that price. My all-time favorite replicant, I think, is a Static Knives replicant. I don't really think I'll be able to find exactly what build it was. John, thank you for the subscription. And I know you're here because you're actually in chat. Let's go. Thank you. There was a build of a replicant that I saw, and it immediately made me want to build a replicant. Like, it was just that cool of a build. I'm probably not going to be able to find it, though. Maybe this was it. But this doesn't instill the same excitement as the other one did for me. Maybe I saved it. You know, in fact, I probably did save it. Hold on. I gotta do another one of those streams where I show you guys my saved memes that I have. The Static Knives Icarus is very cool. Especially, he changed it to Sandwich, and I couldn't be happier about that change. That's going to make it so cool, so unique. He does. He does like every balisong sell post ever. Okay, where is that replicant? It was a rep build that I saw, and I was like, holy shit, I would love to own one of these. Maybe I don't have it saved. I probably don't have it saved, actually. Nope, there it is. This thing is so cool. It was the blade that that's the right blade. This thing's so fucking cool. This is the one replicant that would make me buy a replicant if I could build this. Exactly. You got the fucking dope-ass liners. You got the really cool scales. You got this blade with the acid wash on it. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. And it only has 70 likes. And now look, here's the fucking... My Damascus Kraken is in there somewhere. My Nemesis. Well, not my Nemesis, but there's my Nemesis. Now that's my bad boy right there. We love Solaire in this chat. Probably going to let Solaire have at it if I get that Reaper. If I decide to keep the Reaper, I should say. Oh, it's a nice build, Ted. I like that. It's a bit, I really don't like acrylic scales for some reason. They just don't do it for me. And these hourglass blades, I think, are ugly, to be completely honest with you. But it's very cool. Very cool build. How exactly is this a replicant? So, it's a replicant in name only. It's not even a replicant. What is it like? It's like buying a pre-built PC and then upgrading all of the components yourself. Because then you're like, yeah, it's technically an iBuyPower pre-built, but it's also not because you upgraded all. It's just like how a Tesla is garbage. Judah, that has nothing. What? It has nothing to do with what we're talking about. So this is a replicant. This is the original. This is what you get. And then what people do is they make different parts that specifically fit this knife. So they'll make new scales, or they'll make new liners, or they'll make new blades, or whatever. And then what people do is they'll buy all these different parts, and they'll essentially just replace the whole thing. So this replicant that I was showing you guys, this is technically a replicant because these are replacement replicant scales, replacement replicant liners, replacement replicant blade. But it's also not a replicant because, like, it's all parts made for the replicant, but they're all custom, so it's, like, not a replicant, but it's also not one specific creator's thing. So it's not like their original balisong, so it's just easier to call it a replicant, even though it's really not. Let's just boil it down to this. It is a philosophy debate. It's a philosophy debate. What do you think? Do you believe that if I take a balisong and then change everything about it, is it still the same balisong? You can decide. If you want to call it a custom rep, go for it. If you want to call it just a custom balisong in general, go for it. Doesn't really matter. I use the same hardware in my Kraken as a Seraph, but that doesn't make my Kraken a Seraph. Yeah, but that hardware wasn't it was made for a like, all of the parts that makes up a custom replicant was specifically made to fit the replicant. Like, that hardware, it's just a coincidence that it fits the Kraken. The hardware wasn't made to fit a Kraken. It's more like fixing a car, but replacing that car with parts from other cars. Yeah, and then also giving it a body kit. Yeah, it's just a naming convention. It's just easier. No one, because if you have scales from static knives, and then you have a blade from hourglass, and then you have, like, liners from Foxfire, Fox, whatever the name of that maker is. It's not technically any one of their balisongs, but it's also not technically a rep anymore, so people just call it a custom rep because it's easy. I did not intend for that to go that long and devolve into that crazy discussion. Warceline, can I ask, is that a Rowlet profile picture? I think it's a Rowlet profile picture, and if it is, that's based and I love it. It's like saying a Tesla is garbage. You can shit on electric cars all you want. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about. It completely nothing to do with what we're talking about. It's a plush. I think I know what plush you're talking about. I love that plush. It has everything to do with what you're talking about. Okay, you really want to go down the electric car debate? It's like turning a bushing balisong into a bearing balisong. It's just a different way to move the car. There's nothing inherently wrong with it. Now, I'll give you Tesla's because Tesla's quality control is dog shit. But I know because electric car haters just seem to think that Tesla is the only electric car out there. So when they say Tesla bad, they really mean electric car bad, when that is objectively not true. Just like a combustion motor is objectively not bad. It's just worse in specific ways. Just like BRS, Tesla's QC is awful. But that, we weren't talking about QC. We were talking about replicants. We were talking about custom replicants, not the QC of the company that makes the original version of the replicant. What are the perks of electric? No maintenance fees, no oil changes, no like crazy changes. No, you don't have belts to worry about. You don't have to get oil changes. It basically makes any regular maintenance you have to do on a gas car obsolete. It's obviously better for the environment, but I know how much you gas heads hate that argument, so I'm not even going to bring it up. They objectively have more torque, and most of them can accelerate faster than a similar car in their weight class and also horsepower build and all of that. And they can be charged at your house for free, essentially, for much cheaper than gas. Let's say that. Not free, but significantly cheaper than gas, to the point that it essentially pays for itself eventually. Let a solar flare hit the earth, and let's see how your electric car goes. Ted, if a solar flare hits the earth, the electric cars failing is the least of our concern. Society crumbles overnight if all electronics fail. I'm not concerned about the electric cars if a solar flare hits the earth. We're all fucked if that happens. I want you all to understand how fucked we are. If a solar flare bad enough to take out electric cars hits the earth, society crumbles. Overnight. Gas cars are better because of sound. I mean, yeah, just like electric cars are better because they can accelerate faster and you can charge them for better. Like, you're comparing bushings to bearings right now. They're better for different reasons. They're worse for different reasons. What up, Psycho? I'm pretty good. May accelerate faster, but top speed is faster on gas. Depends. It depends. Gas cars can maintain high speeds for longer, but I think technically, yeah, but yeah, I mean top speed, it's kind of a comparison that you have to make between cars. Remshi, I totally agree with you. Let me just make that clear. Like, I totally agree with you, but we're dealing with gas heads here. I have to give them some ground, you know? I have to give them something so that we can have like a good discussion about this and it just doesn't devolve into name calling and being stupid. So, like, for the record, yes. But for the sake of argument, no. Yeah, no. You get me. You get me. So we're all agreeing Tesla and BRS are exactly the same. Or basically the same. I'll give it to you because the QC on both companies is dog shit. And also Tesla's tanking into the ground because of Elon Musk and his Twitter escapades. So I'll give it to you. Let's take your electric car versus my Dodge Demon. Top speed, I win. Let's take your Dodge Demon against my electric car when the speed limit is 65 and top speed doesn't matter. Let's also take your gas-powered car to a track that has more than straightaways, like a NASCAR speed circuit, and you actually have to corner. And you'll see how far acceleration can actually get you. We're all agreeing a solar flare would crumble both. Crumble both? What do you mean? Who the frick actually goes the speed limit? Some of you guys just shouldn't say things on the internet because they will come back to you eventually. It's the big news you have? No, the big news is the Kraken V3 trainer. We just already extensively discussed it, so it's kind of on to different stuff now. Oh yeah, a solar flare cripples. I mean, technically you could drive... Actually, no. I don't even know if you could drive a gas-powered car without the onboard computer. I think it's physically impossible. So yeah, no, it probably would cripple both of them. You think it's going to be worth? It entirely depends on how close the balance is to the live blade. Entirely depends. I've gone 200 through a 30. Dude, you're not even... You're just objectively stupid. I'm sorry. I have to say it. That is so much different than saying, oh yeah, I went like 40 in a 30. Because at least you're still going a safe speed. And you're... The comment is bait. It has to be. I'm not taking the bait. It has to be bait. It's not. I'm not going to take it. Let's put our focus on the drivers instead of the vehicle, because I swear to God, I'm tired of the countless dumb assholes that don't know how to drive. Yeah, no, that's fair. Judah, you say you were out in the country, but if there was a 30 speed limit, there was a 30 speed limit for a reason. They don't just put 30 speed limits everywhere just because it's for fun. I feel like at the age of 60, people should have to retake their road test. Let him cook. And by let him cook, I mean put him in a government position and get this funded, because that needs to happen. Forgot to ask what unit of speed. Does it matter? You're going 200 divided by 30. You're going 6 times the speed limit. I don't think the unit of measure matters. Also, what is 200 kilometers an hour in miles an hour? 124. Yeah, that's ridiculous no matter where you are. No, not 200 miles an hour. No. 124 miles an hour, 200 kilometers an hour, but that's still a fucking insane number to pull. So I have to believe that the comet is bait, or the comment is bait. But yeah, any of you who were actually interested in the electric vehicle debate, I highly recommend you go do some research on electric vehicles because they are fascinating. Electric vehicles are so much more than just, I want to save the environment. Ha 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 ha. So go check them out because they're really, really cool. And the amount of feature, like you're doing maintenance on wiper blades, windshield fluid, and that's like it. I mean, the battery is a problem, admittedly, but we'll figure it out eventually. I can literally film me doing it if you want. Let me film myself committing heinous crimes for clout on the internet. Oh dear God. Chat, I thought we were better than this. I thought we had like a brain. I thought we knew how to. It looks like I'm crying now. I'm not crying, I swear. So are 2.5s useless now? No, they're not useless. There's still going to be people who prefer them because people like the Kraken trainer, the current Kraken trainer balance. But there is definitely going to be a drop-off in their popularity because most people don't like the Kraken trainer's balance. Don't film yourself committing a crime. I didn't think it needed to be set. I know we're in the balisong community and some of us are like skirting the edges of like laws in our areas and stuff like that, but Judah, if you film yourself going 200 kilometers an hour in a school zone and send it to me on Instagram, I will block you. Do not put yourself in danger like that. It just like simply do not. Simply don't. Simply don't. It's not Jane. Judah. No, guys, I can't even send it to the authorities. He's in Canada. I can't do shit. 200. Judah, you are risking not only your own life, but the life of anyone else on the road with you. There is no singular place on any public road that you should be going that speed. And the second that you get too confident and you lose control, you could ruin not only your own life, but the life of countless other people. I don't care if it's out in the country. Just don't do it. Remshi, this is the sort of thing that if it's a troll, I get it. I'm taking the bait and it's funny. But if it's not a troll and something actually happens, I could have stopped it, you know? So it's the sort of thing that, troll or not, I'm going to take it seriously because it is legitimately serious. That's what I'm worried about, Ted. I realize I'm not stopping anyone, but I can at least make it very clear that I had no hand in forcing him to do it for clout or whatever. Not for clout. Judah, I'm going to go ahead and time you out for a little bit. You go take a chill pill and come back to us when you're thinking a bit more clearly, because joke or not, it's just not cool. It's just not cool. Because you know what happens is you get TikTok trends that actually kill people when they do a video for clout, and that's not cool. Yeah, totally. Totally, Remchi. We've got a Pikmin 4 leaked release date. Yeah, James? Let me guess, 2025 or some shit? How is it that balisong stream goes so off the rails consistently? Consistently. I don't get it. I don't think it's a bad thing, because sometimes it's funny, but... Oh boy. May 26th this year? Pikmin 4 in like 3 months? No, but that's the thing. It is funny, and then it goes beyond the realm of funny to the point of being actually concerning. Which... Yeah. It's tough to balance being like the fun uncle vibe and also being someone who's genuinely trying to just foster like a good community and have people make the right choices and be good people. Anyway, move on. When you have a platform, you have to be responsible and take things serious sometimes. Yep. And if people want to call me a fun killer for that, I don't care, because at the end of it, it's kind of similar to what happened with the doxing situation a few months ago. You just got to get serious for some things, because some things are serious. What up, Ghosted? Atomic Heart Forest sequel. Wait, they made a Forest sequel? The Forest 2 is a thing. I didn't know that. You know what I need to do, chat? I feel like all of you might be too new to know. You guys remember Call to the Lamb? Remember when we used to play this game? Last played August 18th, 2022. I need to finish my playthrough. I feel like so many people have like no idea of what that was, because half of you, in fact, probably most of you in the chat weren't here when we were playing that. That was back in summer when I used to stream every single day. Was I still alive or dead in the save? Did you even have a character in the save? I feel like you refused to make a character. Or maybe you did. You finally gave in. I couldn't tell you, James. You might still be there. I made a second Twitch account just to get into it. That's awesome. I don't remember if you're still alive or not. I think you were. Is that the game where we enslave goats? No, not exactly. It was generally late, maybe, so you probably wouldn't have been able to make it. It was like I would stream until like 1 o'clock. I would get off for like an hour, and then I would get back on Twitch usually because it has Twitch integration and not YouTube integration. So I would stream on Twitch, and there would be like 5 or 6 people hanging out playing Cult of the Lamb with us. Because in Twitch, you could make your own character. Like, you could roll the dice, and then people in chat could customize a villager to live in your town that you could interact with in the game. How's the squid trainer now that's on bushings? Bushings don't really change too much about a balisong. It's just going to make the tolerances better. It's going to make the sound slightly better, and it's going to make it so that it doesn't loosen up as much because you can tighten it down all the way. The overall experience of the squid trainer is largely unchanged. Is Big Flip's playlist a good place for learning tricks? Yes, but you have to intersperse it with other things. My biggest recommendation for you, as someone who learned only through Big Flips, learn your tricks and then intersperse combo practice within it to keep your flow good. Because Big Flips only teaches you individual tricks, and if you want to get a good flow going, you have to learn combos. So learn a trick, and then learn a combo with that trick, and then learn a new trick, and then learn a combo with that new trick, and then learn a new trick, and then learn a combo with that new trick. What up, Lucas? How you doing? I leave to go make some food and Judah got timed out. Just a regular day at the office. Yeah, happens. Squid Trainer should have been on bushings a while ago. I completely agree with you. But unfortunately, Squid didn't. So... I want to do a lot. I need to record the next quick draw. I was supposed to do a quick draw every week for a month, but I think it's going to be closer to once every 2 weeks. I need to record the diode quick draw. Gotten relatively good at predicting Ethan's thought process and responses to generalized idiocy. Send some footage. I'll record a voiceover. You want to record a voiceover? Barbos, if you want to make a quick draw style video on like the Antarctic, I will happily post it on my YouTube channel. Assuming it's like, I'm not just going to upload a shit post on my main channel, but... Wait. What is this? Is that an Impusa? Or is that a goose? There's a balisong called the goose. That's a goose, isn't it? When did Telestro's non-Bally channel turn into a second account? Like 2 weeks ago. He made the decision to post all of his videos on his Telestro Flips channel rather than his old main channel, because his current main channel has a lot of inactive viewers and his balisong account has a lot of active viewers, so he's switching them around. It's a good choice. I totally agree with him that it's a solid choice to what he's doing. I kind of want to buy this. This is fire. If they're going to put this on a sweatshirt, I will purchase it. I will absolutely purchase it if they make that a thing. Bimby, how expensive was the hoodie? Was the hoodie crazy or? Can you do a tutorial for the Z choker? Already have, brother. Blade bias Z choker tutorial. In fact, since I am feeling particularly generous today, I'll even give you the link directly, even though it's so easy to find. I'll even directly give you the link for free. There you go. Good night, Zippy. Have a good one. Like 50 bucks. If it's a high quality hoodie, that's not bad. I really want a goose. A goose hoodie that says honk, flip, repeat. I think that's funny as hell. Yeah, you're just not deep enough yet, Warceline. It's definitely something that I like balisongs and I like Untitled Goose Game, and I think that hoodie is funny enough to warrant buying. Especially since it kind of looks like an Abusa. Sort of. I realize it's just like a kukri blade, but you should get to bed, Lucas. You don't want to make your parents angry. Actually, speaking of bed, I should probably do the same, guys. I should probably do the same. If anyone wants to throw an offer at my Kraken trainer, hit me up on Instagram. But I'm going to get out of here for the night. Thank you all for watching. Crazy news. Yeah, not really, I don't know. Crazy news. Good conversations. Mostly good conversations. And I'm going to call it a night. Go head to bed. I got school in the morning. Yay. Quick draw this week? Maybe. Don't hold me to it. Hopefully. I think it was me during the Blade Bias stream that convinced me to get Carbon Honey. Hey, nice. Carbon Honey's great. You'll like it. But yeah, I'm going to head out, guys. Thank you all for watching. And I will see you all in the next one. Have a good night, day, whatever it is, wherever you are. Have a good one. Enjoy it. And I will see you in the next one. Peace. Someone buy my diode, please.